So, this is my commentary version of my Tomb Raider 2 Glitchless speedrun, which was single segment, which means I didn't save or load. I'm going to link the original version without commentary in the description, so if you guys want to see that, you can go head over there and you don't have to worry about hearing my voice all the time. But I just thought I'd make this version since it's got a reasonable amount of views now, and I thought that if anyone else is interested in doing a speedrun of the game, this might help. And so yeah, I got my brother here as well.
Hey.
Who's going to basically just
be the noob asking questions and stuff. I do know a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I've speedrun like single levels and stuff before, but
yeah.
And I know a tiny bit about the full game runs, but I haven't actually like tried to complete a run myself in this category. So
yeah. Yeah. Also, he's just here to make things less awkward as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah. I guess I'm just
or more awkward depending on how things go.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just start. I guess.
Yep.
Just So this part of the game is like the part that I played the most because I reset so much.
Yeah, it's all just muscle memory here. Right?
So I know this bit perfect. Like, my thumbs just do all of this. I don't even really think about it anymore. Mainly just the first 3 levels is just... probably first level and first half of the second level are pretty much all muscle memory now for me.
Are there any parts in the first level that still give you a bit of trouble sometimes?
I don't know. Well, I'd still die a lot in the first level, but this jump here is probably the most reset heavy jump. Because if you get it slightly wrong, you just land on the ground there and then you just die.
Yeah, I've run this level quite a lot, just individual level.
Yeah.
And that jump is a bitch.
Yeah, because like the closer you can get to that little outcrop of rock, the better. Which means if you're slightly too close,
if you're 1 frame too close, you'll just die. Yeah.
And these crows can be a bitch as well. They can push you away from the keyhole and they can make you not grab the ledge.
This jump is quite hard to get right as well.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I think I'm not too sure if that strategy I had just for that little drop down right there was
it's a bit
safety thing. Or it was just luck that I did it like that. It doesn't usually end up looking like that. Usually it goes a tiny bit faster,
so
but
it's one motion.
Yeah,
you like flip off the edge.
But it's a bit harder to pull off like that. The way it had panned out just there, it's kind of like pretty easy to get it like that, but it's slightly slower. I think one of the other main things that killed me a lot on this level was just running out of health. Because if the crows be really annoying to you, you can have not much health and then you can jump into this little pool here and then the blades can get you. And then you can end up at the very end of this level and have like not much health left, and obviously you don't want to use a med pack because you want to save it for the rest of the levels.
But like 80% of the time, if you've still got health here, it's possible to get to the end. Like,
yeah, if you've got even 1 tiny pixel of health at this part, you can still pass the level.
The only thing that can really stop you here is if the tigers decide to be
just basically just RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's people, like if the people watching this know much about speedruns, but yeah, RNG just means random number generator. So just how the game handles random or luck type things.
So it's like random where these tigers are going to be placed when you get down, and it's random how they'll behave.
And different games handle RNG differently, so they'll generate random numbers differently. As far as I know, anyway.
Now that little jump at the start there is quite...
It's quite difficult actually when you learn it. But,
like, it's kind of easy once you know how to do it.
yeah,
But
once you got it, it's fucking easy as. This guy can be a pain. If you get into the... He always kind of does the same thing, that guy. So if you get into that room and do the rhythm of like the item pickup and the switch press in the same rhythm every time, then you should make that every time. And this jump's pretty challenging, I think, to learn, but once you've got it, once you know how to line it up, it's pretty easy.
Also, there's always a tiny bit of a setup on that jump. Like, it's possible to do with no setup and just run straight around, but in a full run like this,
yeah, I don't think it's worth it because you end up resetting so much if you do that.
Even if you like save the game right before that.
I didn't realise that was in this run. I made that jump without grabbing or stumbling, which is
that's
pretty
quite hard. Yeah, but on that jump back there, even if you save it right before the jump and try to no setup, you'll only make it like probably
1 in 10.
1 in 10 tries. So I mean, like, it's not very useful in in a full run.
Yeah, so that awning jump back there, the way I made that was it's a pretty common strategy that's used in Tomb Raider speedruns, which is so her last step before she jumps will be in midair, and the straighter you can get the jump, and the further over the edge you can make her jump, the further she will the more chance she will make it without grabbing, kind of thing. Yeah, this boat's also pretty hard to control when you're learning this.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because it's the only real place you use a boat in this whole run is here. But you kind of need to master it as well.
Because if you hit the wall kind of thing, it does waste a lot of time every time you do it. It slows you down.
And health as well.
Oh yeah, wastes a lot of health. Yeah, I think I was going quite good in this one, in particular in terms of my health. Because mainly in the first 3 levels, there's a lot of things that control you with taking your health down, like dogs and gunmen and crows and shit like that.
The annoying thing about Tomb Raider 2 is there's a lot of guns.
Yeah, it's a bit harder on your health than Tomb Raider 1.
Even less guns in Tomb Raider 3, eh?
Yeah, actually.
Anyway, that's not this game, so...
You can do that bit right there a tiny bit faster. You can kind of make her skip that little exiting the deep water animation. If you hit the little ledge exactly right. I didn't hit it. I didn't make it that time. Doesn't save too much time though.
Oh, nice.
That was very good. That was so good.
It's RNG manipulation there. So.
Yeah, I'm just setting it up for the. But if I didn't miss that med pack, there's no way I could have got world record.
Yeah.
That kind of set up the entire RNG for the rest of the run.
There's always going to be that one person in the comments going, "Oh, really? Wow."
The next guy who tries to beat this, you just see him doing that every time. Yeah, killing that guy wastes a bit of time, but I think if you don't kill him, you waste a lot of health, and you really need a lot of med packs for the end of this game. So that was a strat I learned in primary school, using my guns as a flare.
Never knew it would come in handy one day.
To be honest, you don't even need to see there if you know it well enough. You could just do it without. This jump here as well, coming up, gives a lot of people trouble, I think, but
I still haven't mastered this one. It's fucking annoying, actually.
it's quite... Once you know the setup, it's pretty easy to pull off.
Oh yeah, the setup's easy, but in the individual run, doing it without a setup, that's what gives me a hard time.
Yeah. And this drop down here is a lot easier for you. For some reason, it's a lot easier if you roll just before you drop down. I don't know why. I think you can control Lara's direction in midair for a few more frames if you do that. Something like that. But I just do it because it's way easier. Now, I'm not too sure if this strat with the shotgun is optimal or not. Because it saves time here, but it might be more optimal to use your shotgun in a different part of the game. Like, yeah, I'm not too sure. This is just one of those things I didn't look into too much. So yeah, to prepare myself for like doing this run, before I did it, I kind of got really good times in each individual level, which helped me a lot, I think, because it forced me to kind of research every single tiny part of each level and learn them quite well. And then when I came to do this run, I obviously could use a few easier strats, which made it even easier for me since I had done that. This jump here gives me so much trouble now. I don't understand. It used to be so easy for me, and now when I try it, I can't get it. I think I'm missing something. But it's quite bizarre.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
It's because you did that thing with the bed pack before.
Oh yeah, that's right. This part here is one of the like hardest parts for RNG with these gunmen, like taking your health, because you're trying to set up this jump here, and if they're in the wrong spot, they can push you out of the way, so you don't make that jump right there. And then once they push you out of the way, they can take your health down even further.
Plus that door's opening and it just feels weird.
Yeah, it's really weird, that jump. There's a lot of things happening right there. It's like RNG, health. You have to watch where the guys are, where your health's at, and lining up the jump exactly right. It's pretty difficult. I think it doesn't often kill the run. Like, you don't end up dying, but if you fail that jump, it wastes quite a lot of time. It's probably like 7-8 seconds or something. And this level is probably one of the longest in the original game, one of the quickest in the speedrun, which is pretty cool. I think it's mainly because of the layout. Like, most of the levels in this game were designed to be quite linear, but this one and the deck are both quite non-linear. Like,
lots of backtracking and
yeah. So I think that type of level design kind of lends itself pretty well to a quick speedrun if you can, if the end of the game of the level is like really close to the start of the level, you can figure a way how to skip all the keys and all that. Now, I can't remember if I did the hard jump at this spot. Yeah, I did do the hard jump.
nice.
Yeah, I figured out how to do that pretty consistently, so I ended up going for it. It does waste a bit more health though. Saves probably like 4 seconds. It's crazy how fast this level is in the glitch run as well. I haven't seen too many mistakes yet, actually, which is quite funny. I'm like pretty happy with this run. My Tomb Raider 1 run I wasn't too happy with, mainly because it was the first one I ever finished, so I just wanted to leave it like that until someone else beat it. I don't really want to go back to it just yet.
You can run through that glass though.
You can, it just wastes your health hardcore.
So in the individual level runs, you just run straight through it.
Yeah.
But on the PS1 version, if you run on the glass, you just instantly die. So.
Do you?
Yeah. Because I remember watching the individual level run of this level and being like, what the hell? You can run through the glass? Because I hadn't seen that.
Uh-huh. I can't remember if I make this jump. Oh, that's good. Okay, there's so much hard jumps that are in these levels where, like, I'm pretty happy that I made the majority of. Like, because failing just one of them wastes a lot of time. Like that one back there, probably like 20 seconds if you don't make that jump.
That was a pretty fast opera house though. That was pretty great.
Yeah, that was a good one. Now this is where usually, because I had a lot of attempts to finish this run that didn't succeed, but once you got up to this level, this was the point where you're kind of like, okay, I got past the annoying levels, so maybe we can get something out of this. Like, if you don't get up to this level, you don't really feel like you're getting anywhere. But yeah, so these guys can be quite annoying because you need them to shoot the glass. But usually they play along.
And if it was a glitch run, you could just roll straight through the glass.
Yeah. Which is quite handy. I can't remember how my luck was on this part, because if you can get them both to die right on top of each other and you can pick up both items at once.
I think it was pretty good actually by memory. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. I couldn't remember like how well that went. That's amazing. Could have been slightly better if I killed both of them on top of each other right next to the keyhole, but getting pretty picky there.
It's going to waste time trying to get them over there as well. That's just RNG. But
that bit was dodgy.
all the mistakes so far have only wasted you like a second or something.
I think the main part of this that can be improved on would be the later levels.
How come that doesn't count as a glitch? I guess it's because they're just...
I don't know, like the whole glitchless thing is really kind of just, there's no solid definition, so it's like, it's just what people have decided to call a glitch or not. But yeah,
I suppose it's not a glitch, it's just bad enemy AI.
Yeah. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things that are like kind of a matter of opinion, but I'm just going by like what the community has said is a glitch and what's not. Because I mean, if you're competing for like a record or something, you can't just be like, oh, my opinion is that that's a glitch, so I won't use it, and then just have a really hard out.
Yeah, you have to use everything that's...
Yeah, you can't just penalise yourself like that if you're actually serious about the category.
Like if you use that to get like a major skip in the level or something, then it would...
then I think people would think it was would consider it a glitch. But I think also that one back there, it's like you're not going out of the map, you're not like forcing like something to do something it shouldn't. Like it's just so. Yeah, this bit's a lot faster on the glitch run.
Yeah, this part's just painfully slow.
In the glitchless one. Yeah. It's the only way you have to push this stupid block the whole way. I think the only way you could improve this on a glitchless run, like not put, like figure out a way to not push this block and stuff, would be to figure out a way to get over that pole without a glitch. Is pretty much impossible. I have no idea how you would do that. So yeah, the start of this run is pretty good. I haven't rewatched this run in a while, so I've kind of forgotten a lot of it.
No, this is one of the hardest jumps in the game.
Yeah, it is. I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, I can pull it off quite a lot now since I've done it so much, but it's probably one of the hardest to learn because there's so much little things. But yeah, some people might think that how I went into my inventory just there makes me go a bit further, but that's not why I'm doing it. Like, you can make the jump without going into your inventory. I just kind of use that to give me a tiny bit more time to figure out where exactly Lara is and when I have to press action. It just gives me a tiny bit more time to think. For instance, if I press that inventory button and then I could see that I was slightly too early to press action, I would have like an extra like half a second to think about it and then actually concentrate on pressing action 1 frame later or something. Oh, this is the
painfully slow on this, yeah.
Here we go. It'd be actually pretty cool just to do a glitched run and do the weapon combine glitch just to make this bit funny.
Yeah.
Even though it would waste so much time climbing the ladder, but just like climb. Yeah. You can do some really weird things with weapon combine bug, like change her animation so she like crab walks up the ladder and stuff.
Make her so she's shooting but she doesn't have any guns.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Make the machine gun shoot grenades. That's probably the funnest one.
That actually went really quickly. I remember the ladder being so much longer when I was a kid. So there's a really cool glitchless strat for dropping down here really quick, but it wastes a small med pack, I'm pretty sure, and it's quite difficult. Basically you skip that whole slope. Now I can't jump after this pickup. I can't remember if I made it or not, but if you make it, it saves a good amount of time. That jump there in particular, that's like, it's not something you need to make, but it's like if you get it, it's like just a really good like pat on the back.
So how's the weather?
So this level wasn't too difficult, I don't think. It didn't really give me too much trouble. I think the majority of the really cool tricks in this level, if you fail them, they don't kill the run, they just waste a whole bunch of time. So I don't remember this level giving me too much trouble.
Man, I used to hate the flamethrower guys.
Yeah.
So annoying, because if they hit you once, you're dead, because there's no water around here. Like.
Yeah, they're pretty OP. But like, that guy right there, I did something really dodgy. Like,
yeah, you're pretty close to him.
Ran right for him because I knew if I got every hit in that I would kill him before he fires. But if you fuck that up,
you're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah. You can't. You're not dead. Like you have enough med packs to actually get to the water. If he does that, but then you don't have any med packs. So, yeah. Yeah, I think the only thing I remember this level giving me trouble on was the part where you pick up the M16 and then there's the fire there. I'll talk about it when we get there. But stupid diver. So yeah, dogs are your number one threat in this run. Or in the start of the run anyway.
Man, dogs take off more health than fucking
tigers.
They take off
shotguns to the face.
Yeah, they take off more health than shotguns to the face.
If you get two dogs, which often there's two dogs,
drain.
They can just there's a thing we call dog drain, which is like you can just be standing there with full health and then you can be dead in half a second. I'm interested to see actually if maybe in the Japanese PS1 version. Oh, here's this part. Oh, if the dogs are a bit less.
Probably
OP.
more OP.
Nah, because the Japanese version of this game they made a lot easier.
Did they?
Yeah, I don't know why.
The PC or the PS1?
PS1.
Oh.
So that bit right there was probably the one part in this level that gave me some trouble because you have to do it without turning the fire off, and you're meant to turn the fire off. But yeah, if your jump is slightly misaligned or your steps are slightly misaligned, you can just clip like 1 pixel into the fire hitbox.
A little mistake there, jumping around the corner.
I know. But yeah, and then if that happens, you're on fire, and then you're fucked. Yeah, surprisingly little movement errors in this run as well, at least in the start of it. That bit there looks like it like pushes you forward a bit, but I think it's just the camera.
Still no major mistakes.
Yeah.
All just little 1 second things.
Yeah. I think probably the two levels that I made the most mistakes in would be Barkang Monastery, although I can't actually remember how that went in this run. And probably Floating Islands.
This jump's quite hard coming up, hey?
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. But then if you fail it, you can retry, but it still wastes a lot of time. I got pretty good at lining it up though, so I didn't fail it too often.
Now Mario got Bush.
What?
I meant to say Butch. Bush. Mario's got Bush.
I thought that was like a play on like gotten milk or something.
No. For some reason my tongue just didn't do the T noise. It just went straight to Bush.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I failed that. That's a shame. That little corner jump thing. It looks really swag when you get that.
Yeah.
That was a good diving area. I can't remember how this level went, because in this level there's a lot of things that can screw you over, even though how short it is. You can get screwed over pretty hard on this level. Especially the strats I use, because they're not particularly safe. I remember it was so hard to get, as a kid, to get into this part before you run out of breath. But now it's like half breath left or whatever. You don't even really do anything, you just swim straight. Don't even take a full breath actually, that's kind of weird. Well, not weird, but... So this next jump coming up can go wrong. And you have to retry it. And you can like retry it like 3 times and just waste heaps of time. I can't remember how it went though. And I did it first try, so whatever. This part here, you need muscle memory to pull off that little roll, because if you slightly misaligned and then you just drop down to the bottom. I died here a few times just from sheer stupidness. Like, I just forget to use my med pack in time.
I remember that. I remember watching that.
Because the thing is though, you can save a whole med pack in this level if you just med pack at the very last second there. Because like there's these 2 enemies at the very end of the level, and if they play nice, you can survive. But quite often they just go all out and just waste all your health. But the more health you have at that part, the more likely you are to save a med pack. So I always used to try and just use the med pack up on that fire at the very last second, so I had more health, which is a really fucking dodgy thing to do now I think about it. So this drop down here is actually really dodgy as well. If you fail it, you can waste heaps of time. And I did it first try. Sweet. If you actually drop down on the wrong side of the slope, then you're kind of screwed as well. That bit there wasted a tiny bit of time. That little bump, because you can actually make it through that gap and jump out the other side. I can't believe I made that jump. Holy shit. That's a really hard jump to pull off. Because you need so much distance, and then you need to hit exactly the right spot of the slope. You can actually make the jump without grabbing the ledge afterwards as well, but I never even tried that, so I just always grabbed. because I just couldn't be fucked. Like getting the jump down and then failing the grab. Like I was not ready to just waste that kind of thing. It's a shame though how the later levels went, because I would have been able to probably shave about a minute off this time if the floating islands and a few of the other levels went perfect. But then I don't really want to ask for a perfect run at the moment. I think the only way I'd do that is if more people started running it. I'm pretty happy with this at the moment. Like, yeah. Because I really want to see this game get a lot more popular to speedrun. It is already pretty popular on YouTube, but not on Twitch. So I kind of want to... I think if the run's like already 100% perfect, it like kind of deters people from even trying it.
Mm.
Not to say that I would be able to do a perfect run, I just don't want to. But like I'm pretty happy with this run. This one took me a lot of time, and like I'm not even sure I'd be able to beat it. So see how late I used that med pack right there?
Yeah.
I didn't even have a pixel left, it looked like. But that's what I mean, like I just was so conservative with my health.
Did you have any medikits at the end of the game left over, or?
I'm not too sure actually, because I'm not sure if I actually checked my inventory at the end or not, because using the hotkeys you never actually see how much med kits you have, unless you just keep track. But obviously I'm concentrating on other things. I don't want to keep track of my med packs. Like I keep track of roughly in my head, but I'm never like 100% sure.
I remember when I was a kid getting up to this level and just thinking, oh, I must be pretty near to the end of the game by now.
Yeah.
It's like halfway.
Mm-hmm. Now this is the part here that I thought maybe if I save my shotgun ammo for, I might be able to do it a tiny bit quicker. Because you can run and shoot with the shotgun, but with the M16 you can't. But yeah, I'm not too sure yet. I haven't really tested it. I'm trying to think if there's any other hard parts in this level. I think these sharks coming up ruined me quite a few times, because the way you do it, you kind of, to save a lot of time, you just kind of YOLO. But then again, this time I saw that the sharks are in a really good position to just do whatever I wanted. Like they're already way behind me, so I could just go directly to this key and then roll. But then coming over that little bump right there was a bit dodgy. This bit here with the movement and stuff, I probably could optimize it a bit more, but I'm not too sure. Actually, it looks pretty good to me, to be honest. There's a lot of really tight, little quick turns you have to do and stuff on this part. Probably do a backflip of some shit at that spot, but I don't know. So yeah, this level went pretty well as well. Oh, there's this little corner right there. If you notice, I went really far away from the corner, then I didn't clip it because for some reason you can actually just easily clip into the wall right there and never get out.
Mm-hmm.
So it just ruins a run like that. And it happened to me in a run like twice, so I just stayed away from that corner.
So for people who don't know what he's talking about is when you're swimming, if you get really close to corners, it kind of, the game kind of doesn't know what to do, so it just kind of teleports you a tiny bit forwards.
Yeah.
So you kind of gain time.
But with that corner, if you try it, you just end up inside the wall. Yeah. So... This bit can be a bit weird. I can't remember how I did this bit.
Oh, so close to the double pickup.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even need the harpoon though.
Oh, right.
That was actually really good. This bit screwed me over a lot because you have to dodge like 3 fire hitboxes at once. You have to have really specific like inputs. But I think I got it down in the end. So yeah, I suppose I should explain the flare cancel.
Yeah.
So yeah, flares are actually really useful in this run. If you drop down from a height where Lara usually stumbles, and then you throw a flare away right when she lands, or like just make her so that she's doing the throwaway flare animation as she lands, she won't do the stumble animation and you'll just be able to run away right away. But yeah, I think it's probably technically a glitch, to be honest. But like
No, well, you're not glitching, you're just skipping an animation though.
But it is confusing the game. I don't know, yeah, like animation skips and stuff are really complicated as well when you're trying to figure out if they're glitches or
like
not.
Because you can grab cancel as well. That's not a glitch. You wouldn't call a grab cancel a glitch.
I guess you've got a point. But the thing is, like, I think a lot of people would think it's a glitch, but everyone just didn't even bother even arguing about it, since a glitchless run of this game would be so boring if you didn't have flare cancels.
Mm-hmm.
You would just be stumbling everywhere and it would just be really slow and just painful. So, and it's not like it skips like majority of the game or anything, it just speeds it up a tiny bit. So if you look closely, maybe you'll be able to see fire underwater here. Oh no. Oh, there you go.
This one. Because physics.
This eel as well coming up here. If you have less than half health, he can kill you right away. Yeah. Bit of a jump scare. Even more of a jump scare when you actually end up being killed by him. I had more than half health left there anyway. Now the end of this level, there's this really hard jump. I can't remember if I made it or failed it and then retried. I think I ended up retrying it actually. And wasted maybe 10-15 seconds.
So that'll be like the first major mistake in the run.
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
Which isn't bad considering we're like 50 minutes almost into the run.
Yeah.
There's a mistake.
Yeah, that doesn't waste that much, but
3 or 4 seconds.
it really looks pretty swaggy though when you
Yeah.
make that. But
Yes, I don't think flare cancels glitches. They just, by looking at them, they just
animation skip, I
Yeah.
guess. I guess the argument is, are animation skips glitches?
I would say no. Like that's
Yeah.
what I would.
So I almost made that actually. It's really hard to line up without even setting up though. But the thing is, I had made that like a good 60% of the time probably, without setting it up. If my consistency was a tiny bit less than that, I think I would have just went straight for the setup. I think I failed this jump as well once. This one's extremely hard though. It's probably, yeah, this little grab coming up is a very difficult grab. You have to get it perfectly aligned and perfectly timed here. I was 1 frame late on the grab that time. I'm pretty sure I'll make it this time. Yeah, it's a real pain to line up. Yeah, it's so hard, that one. And also, if you grab it slightly too far to the right and then try to do a grab cancel, she'll just let go. She won't grab again. And you just wasted the jump.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, that happens with any ledge if you're right on the very side.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, I
She
didn't
won't
know
grab
that.
it again. This is a pretty difficult level in the run. In terms of health and the flamethrowers as well. Can really get you at the very end. Like every single time I thought I figured out a consistent strat to like that was safe and quick for the flamethrowers at the end. I had like redone it like 100 times and I knew it was safe, and then I'd do it in a run and then it just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell's
I
going
remember
on?
that.
Yeah. But
Plus, it's so just demoralizing when you
Yeah.
get this far and just die.
I'm pretty sure I figured it out now though. I'm pretty sure my strategy for the flamethrowers is pretty consistent now. So yeah, that strat there, stepping back and shooting, is probably the quickest way to start shooting and consistently not have Lara stop shooting as she's moving with the M16. Yeah, you do actually have to time it pretty well though as well. So right here, the guy hit me once with his wrench, which means there's that drop down coming up where you drop down onto the raft that's in the middle of the little lake, and it pretty much takes off the rest of the health, but we figured out that if you don't lose any more health after that guy hits you, you still have exactly enough health to make that drop down, which was pretty cool. Oh yeah, I lost a tiny bit more, but I'm pretty sure I can still do it.
Well, obviously you can.
Well, I'm not sure if I use a mid pack before I
No.
drop down or not.
No, you didn't. You decided not to. Oh, lucky.
Yeah, see what I mean? It's like exactly the right amount of
And that was lucky.
yeah, exactly the right amount of health.
And you decided so quickly as well. You was like, doop, doop, boom, go
Yeah.
for it.
And that right there, you can skip that stumble without a flare, which is what I was trying right there, but I missed the timing. You need to press action just before she lands, and exactly the right timing, and then she won't do the stumble. Which is the main strategy of animation skip in the first Tomb Raider game, since there's no flares in that game. And also the other way to skip a stumble animation in the Tomb Raider games is to land just before a ledge and then roll. And then instead of doing the stumble animation, she'll do the dropping down animation. But unfortunately in Tomb Raider 2, you need a ledge that's higher than one step to do it with. But in Tomb Raider 1, you can do it on any step, which is kind of cool. This bit was a bit shit. Mainly with the health. I'm not too concerned about the time, but so yeah, get pretty excited once you get past this level in a run usually.
It's kind of funny, like Opera House is kind of not that linear, but it's really fast, and then Deck is the same, but it's really long still.
Yeah, I think the reason is a lot of the time saves in this level are glitches.
Yeah.
So in the glitched run, this level's actually really quick, but in the glitchless one, you can't do a majority of the skips.
Nice.
Yeah, it sucks. So this is the dodgy part right here. You need to time your jumps and position them exactly right to land exactly on there. So you've got enough space to do a run jump to go and instantly kill that guy and then that guy. So if you misposition your jumps, so she doesn't have enough distance to do the running jump, she'll just drop down and then they'll just flame you and you'll die. So that's the main dodgy part of this level. I remember I died quite a lot to that. And that's one part you have to really remember. Like, on levels where she drops down from the sky in the beginning, if you start the level jumping, she will just jump from midair. Although I'm not sure if she actually does that on this level or if she starts on the slope. But either way, she can still jump instead of sloping. So I just jump sideways.
So that's the same on Great Wall and Venice.
Yeah.
Are there any other levels?
I can't remember. That's cool that I made that jump. And I think jumping to that side skips the enemies spawning. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Now
Oh my god,
sled,
this, huh?
the sled is really annoying. Yeah.
Probably the most uncontrollable and just, I don't know.
Brutal.
Yeah, brutal and, I don't know, unpredictable thing about this run is the snowmobile. It just slides everywhere and like you can just die so quickly and you didn't even do anything wrong.
I remember watching so many times you got up to this level and just went over the edge or...
Yeah. It's terrible. Especially when you're trying to go fast. Like, it's alright to control if you're just taking your time, but since you're going so quick, it's a real pain. It's actually quite a fun level to do in the run though, because your heart races quite a lot. It gets your blood pumping like. This part here, if you do the simple mistake of forgetting to let go of action, you'll just die.
Yeah, I remember that.
She'll power over the jump and then she'll be like one little frame too high and it'll be enough to make the snowmobile explode. I made that mistake maybe 2 or 3 times and then I never did it again. That was actually a pretty difficult jump to get up onto that without grabbing. So I'm pretty happy I made that in the run. So yeah, that's a visual glitch.
Which you can't really do anything about, so...
Yeah, I don't know, like... Just when you hear the snowmobile's engine rev high, it just puts you on edge.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you know you're going a bit too high and you might explode when you land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty close. Like, you don't actually need to fall that far for it to explode.
Exactly. It's killed me so much times when it doesn't even look like you're falling much, but I think how the game's coded, I think it's coded so it's like, it doesn't take into consideration the time that you're in the height that you drop from. I think it takes into consideration how long you're in the air or something like that.
Probably.
So if I didn't clip that little edge, I probably would have exploded. Like. There's these tiny little mistakes, since there's not many of them in the run, that just like makes you go, oh, I wish I didn't do that.
How the hell does snow get that far into a cave?
Wind. No idea. Yeah. So, yeah, that's not the end of the snowmobile. There's even more dodgy bits coming up. So this guy here, he control you if you land in the wrong spot. Because if you touch the snowmobile while he's on it, you pretty much die instantly.
Yep.
So this part coming up here, when I go over the side, this part, it was a part that I didn't die on that much at all, but I never really found a consistent way that was 100% safe. So every single time I did it, I was just freaked out that I was going to die. I remember this little part there, I died there.
Yeah.
From the thing exploding on me one time.
So if the thing hits you after they're dead and it's rolling, do you still die?
No. It's only if they're on it, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, but... So up to this point, this run's really, really solid still, which is pretty cool. And the next level's the longest one in the whole game, so... I'm sure there's a lot of mistakes. This drop down looks really dodgy, but it's pretty easy to do. That was a cool little end to the level.
So if you accidentally hit any monks, does it kind of ruin the run? Because if you hit the monks, they'll become aggressive towards you.
I don't think it ends the run necessarily. I think most of the time it would.
Yeah, because you lose a lot more health there.
Yeah, it depends where in the run, I guess, that you do it. And also you rely on the monks quite a lot in order to... So, yeah, you kind of rely a lot on the monks to kill other enemies for you, which saves quite a lot of health and ammo. But the majority of the time they don't play along and they just troll you. So I can't remember how they helped me on this run in particular, but this level's really dodgy in the glitched run as well, because you have to do those really annoying ladder bugs, and they're just not pixel perfect, but if you fail them, you're dead. You have to do it like twice.
Ooh, I hate that.
Yeah. And also you can actually pull that off without dying, so you just end up wasting heaps of health, which is annoying. This bit here can waste a lot of time if you don't hit the right spot, and then you just end up in the current trying to get out. But I did it, so... This bit here as well is a bit... You just need to remember the pattern of how often to step and jump, and then you'll make it through. Oh, I actually got hit right there. I never realised. I don't know why I got hit, but probably just screwed up the pattern. Obviously, I mean, I realised in the run itself, but I can't remember doing that. So this is one spot you rely on the monks to kill the enemies for you. Sometimes they just don't, and yeah, can screw you over. Another fun block pushing thing.
Also, the notoriously the worst jump in the whole game's coming up soon, right?
Yeah. The Barkang jump. Not necessarily the one that gave me the most trouble, but probably the one that ruined the most perfect runs ever. Like, because it's so late in the run, once you get up to this point, you're probably in a pretty legit run. And if you fail it, it's like all for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, maybe it is the hardest jump in the whole game.
It is pretty hard.
But I mean, I did get it pretty consistent. Yeah, probably it is the hardest jump in the whole game. To be honest. But yeah, I'd say it is. now I'm thinking about it.
Well, which one's harder to pull off? The offshore rig jump or the barking jump?
The barking jump,
Okay.
I would say.
Because that would be the other one that I would say is pretty hard.
Yeah. I mean, I got the offshore rig jump pretty consistent. Like, probably 80% of the time. At the time that I was attempting these runs. Probably not anymore. Did I can't remember having to go this way. Oh no, that's right, yeah, because you take a different route in the glitched run. Oh, that was annoying. So this next part can be annoying if these monks don't kill these enemies coming up.
That was dumb.
Yeah, stupid hitboxes. Swig. Honestly, these like little things on the roof have the largest hitboxes. I'm pretty sure, even if they take up like a tiny part of the square, they take up the whole square, like the hitbox.
Back when games were made out of squares.
I saw someone actually made a Minecraft version of this game. All the levels and stuff. I don't really get the point of Minecraft, to be honest though. It's like, yeah, this game was already square, so...
Plus the controls would be completely different and shit.
Yeah.
Like...
I'm not sure if they made the actual game, but they made like the levels anyway. The maps. So this part here as well, it's like you really rely on the monks to kill these guys. Sometimes they do, sometimes you just get up and then all the monks are dead and the enemies are still there, and it's like the worst thing. It wastes so much time having to kill them, or health if you choose not to kill them. But then if that guy with the machine gun thing is, or the Uzis or whatever he's got, is still alive, then you're pretty much screwed. So yeah, the barking jump is coming up. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I pulled it off pretty quickly. I think the main thing about this jump is trying to do the setup as quickly as you can without a mistake. This ruined a lot of runs.
Oh, that was pretty perfect. Nice.
Sweet. Once, yeah. I'm not sure how many of my viewers on YouTube watched my Twitch streams of this, but once you get past that jump in a run, everything's pretty hype.
Yeah.
Like this is the one part. Once you make that jump, it's like, okay, this is a serious like chance of completing this run now. And especially if it's a really good time, it's like, okay, this is it now. Because not much else can ruin a run after that except for
Floating
Islands and Dragon's Lair. I mean, to be honest though, I did get past this part a lot and then died in other parts that weren't Floating Islands or Dragon's Lair. But
that, I think that was mainly because you hadn't got up to that end of
I hadn't
run
practiced it as much, yeah. And I mean, no matter how much practice you have not in a run, it's completely different when you actually get to it in a real run. Like, you have all the pressure and you need to try and remember it like under heaps of pressure and stuff like that.
Especially Floating Islands, because there's a lot of like fancy jumping around and
Yeah. That was a nice jump into the wall. This bit is pretty difficult. I don't think I died too much in runs though, front to this bit. But it's hard to get like a really quick I don't know if I did it perfectly, but to do that really quickly and not die is pretty difficult. You can do it even quicker than that actually, but it's a bit more risky. It's actually another way to skip stumbles, which is a bit different. It really depends on how far you drop as well, but if you jump and then hit a roof in between the start of the jump and the landing, if you bounce off a roof, like bounce your head off a roof, you will be able to drop even further than usual without stumbling, which is pretty cool. I don't know why the hell that works, but God, this level's long. Getting pretty close to the end though. Still got to go outside and get another one of the wheels.
Man, the monks did well that time.
Yeah, I reckon. Jeez.
Heaps of them.
So much they're glitching.
Oh, glitch, runs over, you glitched.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the other thing that people get a bit confused about as well when they think about what's a glitch and what isn't, is like just the visual stuff. If something's just a visual glitch and it doesn't affect your time, generally it's not considered a glitch. Yeah. Fuck you.
Flat fist. As Crack Up, you can fully tell here that the game makers reached the limit of how high they could make the map, because everything just cut off.
Yeah. So what I might do actually, I just had an idea in my head now, but most people probably won't know this, but there's a version of this game. It's the French PS1 version, where you can do a specific glitch which lets you basically teleport or not teleport, but climb any wall you want by teleporting, by using a flare bug thing. But I might make like a series or something of like cool places you can reach
Yeah.
in Tomb Raider 2 that you wouldn't usually be able to reach. But I mean, maybe that's not interesting. I don't know. Might not really be interesting enough for a YouTube thing. So I mean, barking went alright. There's quite a few little movement errors, but nothing major really.
Yeah, you made every main
Big trick.
Yeah. First try, so.
This level would be so quick if you could just figure out a way to get through the door without getting the prayer wheels.
The whole reason this level takes ages is because you need to get through this door to get to the end of the level. I love that one.
That was really good, wasn't it? That one. I died a few times at that little spot. I just forgot to run to the right and then just ran straight into the spikes. So that guy can troll you a lot as well, but luckily he didn't. There's another hard jump in this level actually as well, which can ruin a run, which killed a few runs, a few attempts of mine.
Which one's that? I can't remember.
It's the one where you jump to the ledge that near the massive pot of
I remember
or whatever
that,
it is. Yeah. This part of the run right now, it's kind of where you start to get worried if you have enough med packs or not for the end of the game. Oh jeez. That bit you can do a bit more optimal than that. There's a way to drop down really quickly, but I kind of screwed it up. That bit was good. Oh, I just dropped down really quick. You can get stuck in the wall, like, if you do that a bit wrong. This level is going pretty well.
That was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah.
Where the enemies were spawned.
Yeah. So this bit's a bit weird, like, how the enemies work in this part. Like, after you, push this block... Oh no, press the switch, sorry. and then you got to kill a few of the enemies. Sometimes there can be only one that's actually chasing you, and then other times there can be like 3 of them. I think that time there was 2. But I think the other guy comes up, but I think I just try and get on with things without even trying to kill him. Yeah, there we go. Because he can't actually attack you at all when you're pulling a block, so you can kind of pull it off.
That was pretty lucky. Yeah, that was really lucky.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Because if you went really bad with health throughout the run, up to this point, it's probably one of the first spots where you can actually truly run out of med packs and not be able to complete the level because of a certain drop down that you need to do, or something like that. There's one at the end of this.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah. At the end of this level. Oh, the jump's coming up right now. It's quite difficult. It's not too difficult, but it's like, if you get it wrong slightly, the run's over. You have to press action at a really awkward... yeah, such an awkward jump. You can actually either do it that way or grab the other side of the corner as well and make it either way. So yeah, if you're unlucky with health at this point because of the gunmen and the leopards and stuff like that, and you run out of med packs or something, then you're pretty much screwed because you have to do this drop down at the end of the level. And if you do it without enough health, you'll just die. But like, I guess you can just climb down the ladder, but then that wastes so much time. Oh, you have to jump over to the other side, yeah, and then drop down, and then... So it wouldn't waste too much time.
But this level's quite fast, though.
Oh, yeah, it's really fast, but these springboards are a pain in the ass. You have to be so precise. Like, first, you have to hit it the exact right spot so that you can hit the bells. And secondly, if you fuck it up, and they can be really unpredictable, and then you just die because it bounces you in the wrong direction. Like, the way the physics works of these springboards is just really weird to get your head around. But I did a pretty good job of that at that time. I seem to remember I fucked something up at this spot, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, not in this run, but in other runs I fucked it up. If you jump on the wrong square back there, you're actually triggering an extra tiger. And that kind of makes this part near to impossible to get through without wasting a hell of a lot of ammo. Man, this run's really solid, even up to this point. There's no really big mistakes. This jump is really awkward to learn, but once you get it, it's pretty easy. You just need to know the correct spot to leave the ground. This bit, I've seen this bit troll a few speedrunners over this, where they get up to this next part and the door's shut.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what opens the door. I think picking up the gong maybe, or... No, I can't. Or it's the switch after the... No, I can't even remember
Can't
what
even
opens there.
I never even noticed there was a door there, to be
Yeah.
honest.
But yeah, I've seen it troll a few people where they get there and the door's just shut. And then they can't open it. It's either the gong, picking up the gong, or the switch that you press that's above the big bowl thingy. Something like that. But it's funny when you learn a speedrun and you press all these switches that you assume are necessary, you don't even really know what they do. What did I do there? That was weird.
I think you're matching X to so you can do the gong.
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably something like that. That was a really good drop down to this area.
This thing looks so ugly anyway.
Yeah, I can't remember how fast I killed this guy. I'm pretty low on health as well, so that's pretty dodgy.
What the?
So that was pretty quick. I'm really happy with that. Oh, and I die here, so run's invalid.
Yeah,
Jokes.
right.
Just kidding.
3 more levels.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 more levels. Home sweet home, right?
Yeah, home sweet home as well.
I always forget about that level.
This level's really difficult to do under pressure. It's not too hard to practice and do, but when you're in a run and you're this far into it, it's a real pain. Especially this next jump. When you've got so much stuff running through your head and you don't want to fail this jump, it's like... It's really just hard. God. It's just heart-wrenching when you fail it. So, yeah.
So once you get up to there, is it quite easy to get onto the bridge, or is this the hard part here?
The first part's the harder part, but both parts are pretty hard.
Okay.
Both parts can go wrong, but the first part is probably the hardest thing. I think the second jump there is like, it's not too difficult to just pull off once you know how to do it, but the inputs are so quick that once you're under pressure, it can be really easy to screw over. Like,
I hate watching this.
yeah. So springboards are just really annoying. It's kind of amazing how quickly you can clock Tomb Raider 2. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Even quicker with glitches. See, that was a bit of a small mistake there, how I shimmied to the left. I think that was just kind of... The pressure was getting to me a bit, like my inputs were slightly off. This jump here can be so annoying. It's so awkward. God. Yeah. And this little drop down here is a bit weird. If you're low on med packs as well, you're screwed. Because the thing is, if you do that wrong, she can for some reason end up going down the first slope backwards, and then you can't really do anything except go down all the way, and then hopefully you can remember what to do, kind of thing, to survive. Yeah. This bit. I remember one time I got up to this bit and then I tried to grab the next ladder or something. Yeah, this ladder up like beside these spikes, and I think the crow was above me and prevented me from grabbing, so I just dropped down directly onto the spikes and died. That's why you see me kill the crow in this run, because you don't actually have to kill it if you're lucky, but I just played it safe. And here again, played it safe by walking to the edge. You see me play it a lot, like using a lot more safer strategies coming up, because I'm just so far into the run I don't want to die. But nothing that really wastes too much time. Wow, oh no, that was on purpose, sorry. That bit's quite difficult to get without moving so much, because you need to be as far left as possible to help you so she doesn't bump into that. And then you die, but... It's like, even the smallest thing gets you when you're under pressure, like this ladder segment where you have to hold X the whole time. If you're under pressure, you're like, oh my god, I hope I don't let go of X for a second, even though you won't. But it's like everything is just kind of getting to you. Okay, this level is the main one where I wasted a lot of time with mistakes. But I think it went pretty well though. So not even necessarily mistakes, but I used a safe strat here which wasted quite a lot of time, which I didn't have to do, which is coming up pretty soon. So, yeah, to save a lot of time here, I could have ran directly forward and then jumped all the way over there, which is really difficult to do, and I just felt like under the pressure I wasn't going to be able to do it, and especially because these guys are following you around, it's even harder to pull off because they can push you out of the right spot and then screw you over. So all of this little stuff here, I didn't need to do. So that's probably about 30 seconds. Yeah, so I could have skipped that little part there. So I'm not too sure if there was actually any other mistakes in this level necessarily, but that was the main thing that wasted time in this level. This bit's dodgy right here, you can die really easy.
Man, yeah, that looks so dodgy.
Oh, see, right there I actually checked my med packs. I think I had 4 large med packs. And there's a really hard jump that I didn't do in this run that's coming up after I climb the next ladder, which you can just actually jump directly over to the top of the roof instead of dropping down and then climbing back up. But that jump is so hard, like, even if you just save it, it's like you only get it like 1 in 20 times. So you can skip this little segment. And And then I fail this bit, yeah. It's not too bad. To be honest, for like probably the worst level in the whole run, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Goomba Stomp. You can make that without grabbing as well, I think. Yeah, I played it pretty safe in this level. If I did, yeah, I could probably shave a minute off the run if I didn't do safe strats. And right there, you don't need to step backwards, you can just jump straight over. I really like this level in general, like not for a speedrun, but I mean just as a level, it's pretty cool.
I like a lot of levels on Tomb Raider 2 though.
Yeah.
It's a really good level design.
Mm.
There's not many levels I don't like.
Mm. Right, yeah, see that wasted a bit of time. This bit here is really dodgy in any run. These guardian dudes, they can screw you over so easy and just push you into the lava or whatever it is. And I didn't do a too good job. There's a really cool strategy you can do to kill these guys quite quickly. So I wasted quite a lot of time with these guys. Yeah, not too good. But I mean, that's the thing, it's like it's really difficult to pull this level off really, really well. And when you're in an actual run, like you can only ask for so much. So yeah, pretty much. So how much med packs would I have now? Probably, I think I got 3 or 4 large med packs. So I'll try and keep track of how much I use in the next level. Because the thing is, the strategy for the next level is basically just to take all the damage and use the rest of your med packs to just survive. So if you don't have enough, then you're screwed. I just made that without healing. That was really good. Now this little part here, maybe do a bit faster. A little, maybe not actually, that was pretty good. So I pick up this one as well, so that's 4 or 5 large med packs, I think.
No more ammo.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. So that's the exact spot you're meant to run out of ammo, but I was like 1 or 2 bullets off, which kind of sucks. So yeah, this bit here is the dodgiest part in the run, and it's like at the very end, which is not good. So that's 4 left. 3.
Yeah, that's crazy. For the end of a run, just daggers everywhere.
Yeah. So I think we got 3 left. 2. There's either 1 or 2 med packs left. So that's pretty good. I did have actually reasonable RNG with those guys. Might even be wrong on my count. I might have none. So this is a pretty easy strategy for this guy. Basically just do what it looks like. There's nothing special. Grabbing that dagger can actually troll you a lot as well if you're in the wrong position. Try and always like approach it from the right hand side of it, because if you approach from the left hand side you can just be standing there mashing action and she won't grab it.
Can you die here?
Yes.
How do you avoid that?
Really specific jumping.
Okay.
The way you usually die there is stumbling, because you jumped from it too high up and then you're wasting the time and then just get crushed.
Is it instant death?
Yeah.
Man, that sucks.
But you should see how close I come to dying on this level.
Yeah.
Last level. I come so it's actually from a dog as well. One of the dogs just almost gets me. Yeah, I don't think this level went too great either, but pretty well, I guess.
Remember, it was quite hard for you to get the individual record for this.
Yeah. Super Gamers actually beat that now, though.
Yeah.
Because he used a different strategy, like a different route. I think it's better than my one. So yeah, actually I'll leave, because I'm not sure. There's a guy called Super Gamer on Twitch who is trying to do this run. I'm not sure if he's still doing it, but if he is, I'll leave his Twitch and YouTube in the description. Yeah, dog. Oh no, not a dog. That guy just would not die. So look at my health. I think it's coming out where I almost die.
Oh, that was so close.
Yeah. I was really lucky he didn't take more damage off me. Pretty reasonable home sweet home, I guess. And there we go. I didn't actually see my time yet in the actual run though.
Yeah.
So. I knew I had beaten it though, but I didn't know what exactly my time was. Dum, 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 dum. It's funny how little amount of people actually made the games back then.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's like so much credits. Back then it was just a handful of people. So, I guess we should plug our other channel. So me and my brother have are making another YouTube account, which is for other gaming content, which is like playthroughs and challenge videos and
Yep.
stuff like that.
And we're having kind of a more of a laid back comedy type of feel for them. So
Yeah. So yeah, I'll leave that in the description. The link to that channel. There's nothing on it yet, but
there should be a new video. The first video should be coming within the week, hopefully.
yeah.
Like, it's pretty much finished. We just have to do a couple more things, and then after we finish the first video, the rest of the videos should be coming quite quickly as well, because
Yeah.
we just need to sort everything out for the first one.
Yeah. In terms of Tomb Raider speedrunning, I might be doing a secrets single segment run, so follow. I'll leave a link to my Twitch, even though it's been on the screen the whole time. But,
Yeah.
I'll leave a link to that as well, if you want to watch that live. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be doing it or not, though. I don't really have much time. But anything else? But yeah, thanks for watching, and
See you guys later.
see you guys later.